Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group. I'm your host, as always, Ryan, and today we are going to be doing another wrestling figure unboxing video. We have T-Bar from Retribution. So this is from the 2021 Elite Series 93. We've had this one for a little while, to be fair. Picked it up a while ago from, I think it was Home Bargain, for about £7-8. And obviously I had others from the set. If you look at the set on the back, I got Karrion Kross and the Cesaro ones as well. But yeah, I haven't had this one for a while and I've been meaning to unbox it. So that is what we're going to do today. So I wasn't a big fan of Retribution, have to admit, but I was a big fan of Dijak. I think he's a really good wrestler. And I have seen that there's a Dominic Dijak basic online from when he was in WWE, so at some point I'll probably see if I can get my hands on that as well. So let's get it open and have a look. There we go, that popped open quite easy. You get spare hands, open ones for weapons. There you go. Get the spare head without the mask, which, to be honest with you, I will probably be using that one rather than the mask one. We can get it out. So I think, if I'm right, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But as far as I'm aware, I think he only actually has two figures from his time in WWE. One being this one, the T-Bar one, and one being the basic Dominic Dijak. I would have preferred a Dijak figure from his last run. Well, not his last run, the end of his run in WWE. You know, the black leather jacket with the black shades. That was a really cool look. And that would look sick as a figure. So there we have it. The jacket is just very thin fabric. Looks a bit sparkly, to be fair. It's quite shiny, isn't it? So I don't know whether or not I'd display with that. Obviously, as you know, I display all my figures. Let's just whip this off a sec. I display all my figures. I don't use them for anything other than displayment purposes on my shelving. So there we go. Let's have a look there. So he's got obviously the mask from when Retribution was a thing. He's got the arm pads, elbow pads, arm pads. I can't even move it down. There's one halfway up his bicep here. His biceps are that big. I can't even move it down. There we go. There you go. So the proper elbow pads as well, not just painted on, which of course is my preference. But unfortunately his gloves are just painted hands. It's, to be honest here, from Elite, I would expect them to be proper gloves. As you can see, it's literally just his hands painted rather than actual gloves, which is unfortunate. So now, the elbow pads don't seem to really fit the figure very well. They move up, and then now that they're there, as you can see, look at all that space, quite a bit of space now. That's a bit frustrating. So his ring gear itself is pretty basic. He's got a little bit of a design on the top part there. It's pretty much just black. It's got some pockets on the back and plain black boots. So obviously my excitement levels are for changing the head. So he looks bald there at the top. Was he bald when he was in Retribution? I don't remember. Let's see if we can pop this head off. So this is what I was after, to display it with this head, because if I can get it back on. This head is actually a really good head scan. It actually looks like Dijak. See, these elbow pads are just up and down. They're really loose. They obviously don't fit the figure that they're intended for. But yeah, so that head scan is a really good head scan. It actually looks like Dijak. So I will display with that head rather than the masked one. Like I say, wasn't a fan of Retribution. I don't feel like it was their fault. I feel like it was down to booking. Booking was really bad. But I did like most of the wrestlers that were involved in it, to be fair. It's just, it wasn't done well by WWE, should we say. But I do like Dijak, especially his run, like I say, towards the end. And when he was in NXT. These elbow pads are just throwing me. Like, I'm spending all my time trying to fix them. What I might do is just whip them off, which isn't hard at all. As you can see, dead loose. So the hands that he comes with are closed fists. So obviously you can't hold any weapons or anything with them. So if I change the fists to open hands, both of them are fists, to 2 open hands. You can obviously switch out and have 1 open hand if you just want to hold like 1 weapon or 1 item. You know, these arms are really throwing me off. I just don't think they're suited for the figure, but that is pretty much it. It's like I say, it's got the elbow pads, but they're really loose. So I'm taking them off at the moment to show you, mainly because they're just getting in my way. Oh, I see. Yeah, so we're supposed to have like, you know, like a bit of arm tape there. You see the silver, but it's right on the joint. See, very, very thin silver band, and the same on that one. So again, you've just quickly whipped a bit of paint on. So there's not that much, obviously, there's not that much detail in the actual figure. But I do really like that face scan, and that is one of the main reasons why I bought the figure. I probably won't display it with that jacket, because I'll be honest, that jacket's crap. It's pants, it's rubbish. Not a big fan of the mask head, mainly because I just wasn't really a fan of the faction itself. But I can get away with it rather than, like, it's like, what was his name, T-Bar, so it's like T-Bar or Dijak. Obviously Dijak with a bit of paint, so I think I'm definitely going to display it with that head. Like say, it looks a lot like him, so that's the head I'm going to display it with. So all in all, it's a relatively decent figure. Like I say, you can display him as T-Bar or Dijak. You know, it's pretty basic. To be honest, I'm surprised it isn't a basic. It's a bit loose there. Surprised it isn't a basic. I know you get the changeable heads and the changeable hands, obviously, in the Elite, and you normally get another item, which is obviously the jacket. I won't be displaying it with the jacket. I'll be displaying it with that head. I'll probably keep the open hands. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to display it with the elbow pads, just for the simple fact is to keep slipping down. But yeah, it's a relatively decent figure overall. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for the Dijak basic figure to be able to buy that one and compare. And like I say, let me know in the comment section if you are aware if he has more than just the 2 figures. From what I remember, it's just the 1 basic and the 1 elite, but I may well be wrong, so let me know in the comment section if I am wrong. And just let me know which other figures out there. Like I say, big fan of his. I would like one from his last run with the black leather jacket and the black glasses. I thought he looked cool as hell. So yeah, there you have it. That is the T-Bar Elite Series 93, was it? Yeah, Elite Series 93. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Just above average. I just feel like they could have put more into the figure, but I am really impressed with that face scan. And obviously that is one of my big issues with a lot of figures, is whether they actually look like who they're supposed to. And for me, you can tell based on the face scan that that's supposed to be Dijak. So there you have it. Let us know in the comment section, like I say, if there is any other figures that I've missed from his, but I think he's only got 1 basic, 1 elite. Let me know what you'd rate this figure out of 10. I'd say 7 out of 10. And hopefully we'll see a major company sign Dijak soon, because he's still He's still unsigned on the Indies. I think he'd be brilliant in TNA, and I think he'd be great in New Japan as well. So hopefully he gets a shot in one of the big companies to show us. Well, we know what he can do. When he was in NXT, he got a chance to show what he can do and prove what he could do. And I was really impressed. So it was a bit disappointed that they didn't do nothing with him on the main roster, but it's WWE, so you can't really be surprised. So there you go. That is T-Bar Elite Series 93. So as always, don't forget, give us a like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that is it from me and from T-Bar.